was talking to a friend, and we had a very good discussion this weekend we were texting. Sorry about that. We are in the studios. As you can see, I got some popcorn buckets I got to match up with all the lids. And by the way, if you ever have a lot of popcorn buckets and you don't know how to match up the lids, just look. Here's more stack. Look at the handles. The handles will match the color of the lid. So yellow and yellow. And usually it'll have a Mickey Mouse on top. Not all Disney lids have Mickey Mouses on top, but they do. But we stopped by the studio today. I wanted to do a little bit more work. I got another picture I got to hang. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this picture. I think you have, but my daughter Rebecca did that picture right there. So I got to find a spot for that on our walls, and then I've got a spot for the popcorn buckets. And then we just got a little bit more to go. Everybody said they like to see me do all this stuff. So I figured, why not talk about something while I matched up popcorn lids? I know that sounds strange, but hey, why not? Dude got me a nice Sunny's barbecue sweet tea right there. I love their sweet tea, and I needed something to drink today as I was heading over here to the studio. But as me and my friend were talking or texting on the phone, I will not mention names because just in case, we were talking about nickel and diming. And I said, what exactly is nickel and diming? Because everybody, that used to be the great catchword when, lightning lanes and paid fast passes and VIP tours and all these other things. Drink packages on ships, dining packages on ships, all this good stuff. What was nickel and diming? So I went, and after we were talking this weekend, I was like, okay, let me go see what nickel and diming means, because a lot of us like to use it. And I'll give you my opinions on nickel and diming once we get through this. But it's my opinion. What does it really matter? But nickel and diming means to charge someone many small, often hidden, there's the key word, hidden fees that gradually add up to a significant amount. So that got me to thinking, because we were talking especially about cruise ships. Everybody says, oh, I hate that. Oh, I think this one goes there. No, this is a Mickey Mountain. Got to find a red. Oh, we got a bunch of reds here. So let me get this down. I'll show you all the buckets as I match them up if you'd like. Okay, this is going to be a sparkly red. As you can see, sparkly red. Oh, it's a holiday bucket there, which will go with this sparkly red lid right there. Right there. So we were talking about that. And I said, I'm not a firm believer of nickel and diming. I don't think it exists. I really don't. I think people like to use that catchphrase, and a lot of people use it. And that's what me and him were talking about, that I just don't think it exists. Because I know going into anything what my prices are. Now, sometimes, things sneak in, and you wanted to do something you didn't think about doing, but you added on and stuff like that. So we were talking about the cruises, and Royal Caribbean was the one I thought of, because their drink package, their soda package, you go buy these cups, they got a little chip inside of them. So when you're on the cup, you can use the freestyle machine. See, I got a whole bunch of them. There's some more right there. You can use the freestyle machines to get your Cokes. Well, then he told me, but remember, on the drink packages, they limit you to one drink at the freestyle machine per hour. So really, they're limiting your drink. But I digress. So on the drink package, you buy the drink package. The soda package used to be like $19.99, $24.99, whatever the price you get it on. Remember, when you book with Royal Caribbean, you book the cruise, and then you book all the little packages afterwards. And that's what a lot of people say, oh, that's nickel and diming. No, that's not nickel and diming. They're just offering you different services at that point. You've bought the cruise. You're going to go on the cruise. You've got a room. You're going to have your meals. You're going to have waters, juices, teas, coffees. All that is complimentary and included in your cruise fare price. Now, what they will charge you for are drinks, sodas, specialty dining, excursions, different locations on the ship, different areas on the ship. And a lot of people say, well, that's nickel and diming. No. That's not nickel and diming. That is just making your experience a better experience if you want to. You don't have to. You can just do the basics, have a great cruise inside, cruise forward, cruise water view, wherever you want to, and you don't have to get all the extra stuff. But on the new dining package on the Royal Caribbean, it's, like I said, $19.99, $24.99. Just depends on what price you catch it on. Now, they tell you straight up front, oh, if you want a cup for the freestyle machines, it's $4.99. You can still get your sodas anywhere else on the ship. You can get them at the bars, at the quick service areas, at the food halls, at dinner. You can still get your sodas there, but if you want to use the freestyle machine, you have to have a cup. You have to pay an additional $4.99, and they tell you that right up front. So technically, it's not nickel and diming, because you can still get. I used to hate carrying the cup around. I loathed having to carry the cup around just so I could get something to drink. And then we were at one of the bars one day, and I said, man, I'd love a Coke. And the guy's like, what package do you got? And I was like, oh, we got the soda package. He's like, you can get it at any bar. At any of the place that serves fountain Cokes, you can get them. So I never carried these suckers around again. So I don't need this no more if I go on a Royal Caribbean. I don't need to spend the $4.99 to get that. And this is the size of them, because this is like drinking out of a thimble. So that was one of the things that we were talking about. And then we were talking about, that's a dark red. Oh, this is it. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Happy Holidays right there. Yep, Mickey Mouse. Let's see, color for color. I've got a shelf I'm going to put all these on. And once I get them all on there and arranged and everything, I will show you guys. Remember, this is the clip that you hook to your bucket. I don't know if a lot of people know this. I'll go ahead and show you that. Just hooks right there. All right, this goes. And this is how you usually get them. But it just goes right there. So you can have your popcorn and not lose your lid. And then when you're ready to put your lid on, you're good to go. But that's Mickey Mouse right there. So anyway, we continued talking about that. And we got to talking about Disney. A lot of people like to say Disney likes to nickel and dime you. I don't think so. I don't think so. And it's not just because I work for Disney. And I do not speak for the company or anything like that. But I believe when you buy a park ticket, which I know a lot of people are going to say, you are crazier than a bedbug, Todd. But I think it is a great value for what you pay for a ticket and what you get in the parks. Just got to plan a little bit, but I think they're a great value. But the nickel and diming, oh, well, you have to pay for Lightning Lane now. You have to pay for a ride. You have to do this. You have to do that. What Disney has done is set up a system that saves you time to make the most of your experience. And I think that's what a lot of people miss, is the experience that you're gaining from not standing in line for an hour and a half. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, they can control that and they can do this and do that. They maybe do, but I think every company can do that. If you go to McDonald's now, they're saying that if you go to the drive-thru, you're spending $1 more than if you go inside. Or they got the flex pricing, that during certain times of the day, the prices go up and prices go down. That is the world we sadly live in right now, that they can flex price everything and make sure they get the most value out of their product that they're selling you. So that sadly is true today. So we were talking about the Magic Kingdom and how, oh, I got some greens here, and I think I got a green there. I think I got like 40 buckets here in front of me. Oh, look at this one. There we go. Remember all these old buckets? Yeah, a lot of the, oh no, that doesn't fit there because I need a big fat lid. Oh, I think I found a fat lid right there. I like how the buckets change size. There we go, that might work. There we go. Hold on, there we go. So we were talking about that, and I was like, well, Lightning Lane, I want to tell you right now, if I got a chance to buy Guardian of the Galaxies at $19.99, $21.99, $24.99, and I'm only here for 3 days and I want to get the most bang for my buck, I will budget that into my vacation so I can ride that ride. So everybody can ride that ride. It's just a part of the cost of it. I mean, there's the VIP tours out there. Everybody says, oh, do that. I mean, those start anywhere $3,000 and up for VIP tours, but a lot of people say they're a great value. I've never been on a VIP tour. Now, if anybody wants to invite us, hey, just let me know. Be glad to join you. But no. So it's just what you're willing to spend for your vacation and for your experience to make it the best you can. So we were talking about that, and I just thought I'd get on. Oh, what's this one? This is Mickey Mouse. Oh, this is a Studios. Oh, look at this. You can look at. Anybody remember what that went to? Oh, yeah, that's an old bucket right there. So that's why I feel sometimes people just, they jump on, you know, and that's what we were talking about. And he wasn't agreeing or disagreeing. We were just having a discussion about the nickel and diming. And even, you know, it's being in the social world like this is right here. It's an easy click. It's an easy get. Oh, they're doing this to us. They're changing the product to make it better. And this is everybody, not just Disney. This is Universal. This is SeaWorld. This is the cruise lines. I mean, look how many big cruises are left to come out. I think he told me, we were having a discussion about that. There's 4 more giant ships coming out. I mean, Disney wants to be at 13 ships by 2031, and we have 8 right now. So we're going to get 5 more Disney ships in the next 5 years. I mean, this is what the product is. They want to make it a vacation you will never forget. Very memorable. But they also want to keep you. That's why they go to special islands. Think about it. Royal Caribbean trying to get perfect day at Coco Cay. Now they're trying to get perfect day at Mexico. They want Royal Caribbean passengers to go to their Royal Caribbean islands to see their stuff, to spend their money with Royal Caribbean that has to pay the governments and stuff like that. But it keeps them in the network. Like the group cruise we got coming on. We're only having 2 stops on the group cruise, but it's a 4-night cruise. We're going to the Lighthouse and we're going to Castaway. No Nassau. So it's all Disney, Disney, Disney. They are keeping us in that Disney bubble on this cruise. And we are very excited about it. We cannot wait. Let's see here. I think I've got another one. I think I've got one. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, I think there's one down there. Oh, look at this one. Right there. Test Track. Tron Test Track. Always thought the coloring of that was different. Why use a green lid and a green handle? But that's just me. But this one, oh, this is a good one. Down here. Happy Halloween. Now I gotta find a black. Is it a silver? I think it might be a silver. Yeah, it's a silver. Silver lid right there. So I was just talking. I wanted to talk about it while we were here today, just doing a little work in the shop and the new TAD Studios. I call it the shop. Kind of reminds me of my father-in-law because he had a garage he would go out to, and he did model planes. He used to be a race car driver locally, and then he got into model planes. He'd go out and build his planes. I've actually got one here that once the studio is done, I'm going to hang it from the ceiling. So I will show you that, guys, in the future. But he would go out to his shop. He had a little microwave, a little toaster oven out there. He could have just set up shop, as they like to say, and stayed out there. He loved it out there. But that's why I call this kind of my shop. It's just all the stuff that's around. Still going through boxes. I think there's 4 boxes in front of me. I do have 2 tubs of papers that I'm going to go through. I don't know if you guys want to see that or not, but I do have those. I'm looking for this special lid. I thought it was a shiny lid, but it's this one here. Oh, we talked about that on the last video. But this one, light. I don't think this lights anymore. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I think it was it. I think that's all it had. Yeah, they got some. They twinkle. We've got, and it's been 10 years since we've been to Manhattan to see that. That's pretty impressive that still works. So I just want to talk about nickel and diming as we were doing this. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about nickel and diming? Is it really nickel and diming, or do we just want to put our spin on it to make it say it's nickel and diming? But it's really not. It's just a process in the universe of, free will, free money, free merchandise, whatever. What's that called? I can't even think of the word. But, it's just the way of the lands. Everybody does it. It's not just Disney. It's everybody. I mean, go to Epic. I've been over there, and, now they're thinking about doing the open concept for the hub area of what I would call their hub area to get their restaurants and stuff full. But then you can buy a pass. Your pass will get you only into the portals, which I think is a great idea. I thought that was a great idea. But then I thought to myself, well, what if they just sold a portal pass? What if I just wanted to go to Harry Potter once or for the year? Would they sell me a portal pass then? Could be coming. You never know. You heard that here first. I don't think I've heard anybody say that. But no, that doesn't matter. But I was like, well, just sell me a portal pass. I just want to go to Nintendo World for the rest of the year. Well, here's your portal pass. So much money. So it's what you perceive as your value of what you're getting. A lot of people have talked about, well, they charge this and they charge that. You already know. You know the prices of anything that you're going into. That's the thing. The nickel and diming is a hidden cost. There are no hidden costs. When me and my friend talk about cruises, he'll say, hey, I found a great cruise price. And then I'll ask him, what does it include? Because they cruise differently than we cruise, because we buy the drink package and we sometimes buy the dining package. And they cruise to where they get different rooms than we get. And it's just different how people do different things to experience the same thing. That's what it's all about. I mean, on a cruise, I love our room, and we always get a veranda room. And I told Michelle, maybe a veranda isn't best for us anymore because we never go out to the veranda. I would rather have a big giant porthole that I could sit in and be close to the water than what we're paying for a veranda, which is an upcharge, which is a more cost. That's not nickel and diming me. They're just telling me, hey, if you want a veranda, you're going to give us $400 more to get up in that area. That's just the way it works. So with the nickel and diming thing, I do not believe in nickel and diming. That is just me. Oh, season's greetings. I think that's Disneyland. Yeah, that's Disneyland Castle. I think we got this when we were out at Disneyland. It might have been. Oh, by the way, remember Orville Redenbacher? Let's see if that's the blue. That's the blue. There we go. So, what else has been going on? What else have you guys been up to? Anything new and exciting that you'd like to tell me? Just leave in the comments down below. If you're new to our channel, thanks so much for traveling along and listening to me ramble as I do this stuff out here in the TAD Studios. If you are new, hit that like and subscribe, or you can hit this little QR code right over here. See that QR code? You can scan it because YouTube tells me and Michelle and our analytics that 75% of our views come from TVs. So that's why subscribers don't always grow as quickly, because they're on their TV and some of them don't have smart TVs to go subscribe down below. Some can't give you a thumbs up, can't comment. It just depends. So if you hit this little QR code right over here, you can subscribe to our channel. I thought that was pretty cool to add the QR code. But if you're already a fellow traveler, thank you so much for traveling along and just indulging me sometimes in my babble, my rambling, all that good stuff. Uh-oh, I got 2 greens. Ooh, this is going to be a different one. I got to find, I think I found the, check that lid out. So for my ramblings and all the stuff I do and just talk about, and Oh, check this one out. Oh, I finally got to my Kevin John photo artwork that I'm going to show you guys. I've had a couple travelers reach out, already ask about some stuff. If you see something, you let me know. But one of our travelers wanted to buy the Dumbo picture up there, but I can't sell that one. My daughter made that for me. Just like this scar back here, my daughter did that. Ain't going to sell that either. But there's a lid. There we go. Disney parks. Right there. What else? What's all on here? Stitch, Train, Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Just Like That, Tiki Room. Oh, that's a pretty good looking bucket. So other than that, to our fellow travelers, thank you so much for traveling along with us. We really do appreciate all your support. For all of you channel members, no, I haven't forgot about you. We're still going to have channel member only content coming up, probably twice a month. Starting in June, it might increase more, but it'll be for channel members. You'll see the little icon. So if you're a channel member, you'll get to see that video and stuff like that. So I guess that's how that works. I've never done channel membership stuff, but we've had some channel members for 28 months, 27 months. Let's see. Let me tell you. I can tell you who Dara Does Disney is her name. And she has been a channel member. I love looking at stuff like that. I love YouTube. They give you all the different stuff. Like I said, I'm just rambling on. Just out here working. I figured you guys might like to. Let's see. Our channel members. Our latest channel member is Donna Conklin, which we will be seeing. They're coming on the group cruise too. Okay, wait. Dara Does Disney has been a channel member for 29 months. She was actually over at Patreon, and when we closed Patreon down because we felt we wanted to support YouTube like YouTube supports us, so we moved all of our stuff like that, the paid subscription stuff like that, to YouTube, and Dara was the very first one to get on there. Number 2 was, let's see, John Dawson at 29. Okay, I can't say who's, well, yeah, I can. John Dawson was second, and Joshua was third, and Lori was fourth. Johnny D was fifth. So it tells me everything. It tells me how long you guys watch. It tells me how many subscribers watch. Okay, I'm just getting off on a tangent now. It tells me all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to continue to go through more buckets. More buckets. Oh, there's a 50. There we go. I've got some of those. There's some there. And this is why, the reason I got so many buckets sometimes is because, of course, we went to Disney always. Oh, there we go. Animal Kingdom. But the fact that I always forgot my popcorn buckets to get Michelle popcorn to take it home. I think this might be one of the oldest popcorn buckets I have. Is this one right here. The Orville Redenbacher Animal Kingdom. Not the zoo, not the zoo. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to finish this. I'm glad you guys joined me today. This is one whole clip. This is one whole ramble. Talking about nickel and diming and how I don't think it exists. That's just my opinion. If you want to, we can have a discussion about that. I love doing that. Leave any comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and tell your friends and family about us. Get my tea so I can do my outro. And travelers, like we always say, until next time, travel and adventure is out there.